Charts have updated as of February 6, 2024, and we are about to get into Nicki Minaj's fully chart analysis for her album Pink Friday 2, as well as a couple singles that she has out right now. So if it's your first time on the channel, this is where we talk about how Nicki's performing on the charts on a weekly basis. So if that's cool with you, please stick around, subscribe, like this video, and we're on the Barbology playlist today. So make sure y'all save that to y'all YouTube libraries as well. So let's get right into it because we have a lot to cover. We're going to cover radio, Spotify streaming milestones, Apple Music updates, as well as Bigfoot, okay? So let's start off in the UK. We're going to start off with Nicki Minaj's first compilation album, Queen Radio Volume 1, because it ranks at 96 this week on the UK albums chart. Shout out to all of the UK Barbz, extending its record as the longest running female rap project released in 2022. It's now been charting for 58 weeks over there. Hold us down. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday 2 on the UK singles chart. So everybody is at number 59 this week. It's been charting for 7 weeks, and 60 Pink Friday Girls. Wow, they're right below each other. Interesting. UK Barbz keep streaming. Let's elevate these numbers, okay? Bigfoot debuts at number 56 on this week's UK singles chart, extending Nicki's record as the female rapper with the most entries in the chart history. Shout out to the UK Barbz once again for holding Nicki down this week with Bigfoot. If you don't know, I'll talk about it as we go on a little bit. But Pink Friday 2, let's talk about Pink Friday 2, the album. We're coming over to the US right now. We're looking at the Billboard 200, which ranks the top 200 albums every week. Right now, Pink Friday 2 has unfortunately fallen out of the top 10 of the top 10 album or the top 10 positions on the chart, which is really not a good thing because now we can't really see like how many units it sold. I can't tell you how many units it sold, 35K, I don't know, because I don't see those numbers. So it's been falling every week, and I just hope that everybody keeps streaming the album. If you are streaming a playlist right now that only has FTCU, Everybody, and Bigfoot, you are a part of the problem. When you're streaming the album, you have to stream the whole album, every song on the album, all the deluxe versions, because it gives units for the full album, it streams, and it sales. So please use the playlist that I have linked below. That's why I have them linked below. Use those playlists. They're the best ones. Let's talk about the Hot 100 real quick. Bigfoot. Lying on your dead, okay? Debuts at number 23 on the chart. Nicki earns her 75th, I believe, top 40 hit on the Hot 100. Congratulations to the queen. Everybody moves down 2 spots to number 26. It was number 24 last week, and that was its peak. FTCU was number 40 this week, falling 11 spots. That is no bueno, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Or not. Make sure y'all keep streaming. Once again, use them playlists in the description. Now, let's talk about the Billboard Global 200. This chart ranks the top 200 songs that were the best at streaming and sales around the world. So last week, Bigfoot debuted at number 36. Shout out to that because it debuted at number 23 in the US that we just saw. Number 36 worldwide. Dope. FTCU falls 26 spots to number 86. Y'all, that don't look good at all. What do y'all do? International Barbz, get up. Number 156, Everybody, moves up 2 spots, peaking at number 45. We got to do better. Come on, guys. I know we had distractions last week, but we got to get back on them playlists. Please comment down below which platform y'all need a playlist for, and I'll give it to you. Now, let's talk about some sales real quick. Pink Friday 2, a US, not US, but just the iTunes album update. It went number 1 in Spain recently, and so it now has 72 number 1s around the world, probably the most for any female rap album. So Pink Friday 2 was number 1 on iTunes, 72 countries around the world. Now let's talk about radio a lot, okay? Everybody is going to be the song that we are now focused on. It is currently what is being pushed at radio. So it is now the number 1 song on urban radio in the United States. Congratulations, more on that later. But real quick, before we even get there, let's talk about a little bit more sales. Let's go on Amazon because last week we had buying parties for Amazon because we were trying to keep the album in the top 10, but unfortunately that effort was not successful, which is why it's in number 11 this week. And so the Gag City Deluxe reached number 1 on Amazon bestsellers chart, which was amazing to see. And then Pink Friday 2, the original version, explicit, also rose to number 2, so it occupied the number 1 and 2 the number 1 and 2 top spots on the Amazon bestsellers chart, which is amazing to see. So make sure that you guys go and purchase the album on there if you haven't already. Now, Bigfoot on iTunes worldwide thus far, 37 countries, 37 number ones around the world. Shout out to you if you bought Bigfoot on iTunes. Let me know your country down below in the comments. And sorry, these sales here is what contributes to the Global 200 chart, where we debuted at number 36. Now, Bigfoot has sold over 100,000 units in the US. Now, I do have the exact number of units that it sold, but you guys need to go and look at my previous video where I talked about how Forbes called Meg's Hiss, fraudulent. And I went through the chart analysis of Hiss as well as Bigfoot, and it did a lot of sales on the digital song sales chart. But all of that is over there on that video because it's so much to get into in this video. So I'll link it, but make sure y'all go watch that video as well. Billboard Artist 100 chart. So they rank the top 100 artists every week. Nicki moved up 15 spots to number 5. She's been charting on this chart for 334 weeks. Congratulations to the queen. Now, We Back on Everybody is predicted to be the biggest. Oh, this tweet was last week, and I included it here for a reason. Last week, they predicted Everybody to be the biggest sales gainer on the Hot 100, up 7.5 thousand units in the US, an increase of 569%. Okay, now here's what it actually did. It returned to the top 10 on this week's digital song sales chart at number 9, up 575%. So you see the percentage increase by about 6%. They predicted us 569. We actually did 575. So shout out to everybody who bought Everybody. On Anywhere last week. Make sure you guys go do that ASAP because we need to push that song because it's rising at radio, which we're about to get into. But real quick, we're now deep into the radio update, so I really need y'all to pay attention. Pink Friday Girls is now top 50 on US pop radio. Now it's actually number 47 on pop radio. So congratulations to the queen. Bigfoot also getting some radio. I'm sure it wasn't officially sent there, but it reached 200K audience on rhythmic radio and 540K audience on urban radio, a total audience of 740,000, an increase of 63,000 audience. So shout out to everybody who requested Bigfoot on your radio stations around the country. Everybody finally debuts at number 26 on the American Top 40 chart. It's the biggest pop radio chart in the United States. Okay, so you can go and request Everybody on this chart, and it'll play on all syndicated pop radio stations across the country, which is super important for the advancement of Everybody on pop radio, and also it affects the chart position. And if you have questions about how radio affects charts, let me know in the comments because it is actually the most important factor. So this is the real tea right here. Everybody is officially number 1 on US urban radio this week. It is Nicki's first number 1 at the format since 2018 with Motorsport. Why is this important? We went through the hate train where Nicki was blackballed at radio. So for her to be number 1 on US urban radio is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations to Nicki Minaj and Lil Uzi Vert. Nicki is officially the second female rapper in history to achieve 10 number 1s on Billboard's R&B and hip hop airplay chart, joining Cardi B. Additionally, Nicki achieves her first number 1 on the chart since 2016 with Down in the DM, and her first as a lead artist since 2015 with Truffle Butter. Nicki Minaj making history at radio this week. So Everybody rises to 2 spots to a new peak of number 1 on Billboard's R&B and hip hop airplay chart this week. So once again, it's her 10th career chart topper and Lil Uzi's 3rd. So for a total audience, this was today's update. As of February 6th, Everybody reached a new peak of number 11 on the US radio chart with 46.05 million audience, an increase of 160,000. Now, let's go and get into some streams. So in total, as you can see, day 60, which was yesterday, the album gained 4.3 million streams, an increase of 3.28%. The previous day on Sunday, it got 4.1 million streams. Why is this problematic? Look at this number at number 4 going down. That is no bueno. What did I say next week? We need to be at 7 million. How we decrease from 3 million, y'all? Who is not streaming? Get y'all playlists below. I'm not understanding what's really happening right here. The total amount of streams, 1,158,388,157 streams. We need to increase this. We about to go on tour. The album needs to be uplifted on all platforms, both in the US and globally. So please get on it. Now, here is every song from the album and how many streams it got. Now, I gotta pull this up because unfortunately it's not that big on the screen. Let's see. Barbie Dangerous, 81,000. FTCU, 1.1. Now we're at 1.1 with FTCU when we were doing 1.8, 1.7 million. Y'all, FTCU fell 11 spots on the chart. And if it continues to decrease like this, it will continue to fall. And it's not like doing as well as everybody on radio. So we need y'all to really keep streaming for real, for real. R&B 49,000. I'm looking at my favorites at this point. What's y'all favorites? On the press play, 88.8K. I need us to do more than that. Let's see. Pink Friday Girls, 375K. That's pretty good, actually. That's one of the highest streaming songs right now. Now, Pink Friday 2 was Nicki's most streamed album on Spotify in January 2024 with over 205 million streams. Let's do an Apple Music update real quick. So on the Apple Music albums chart in the US, Pink Friday 2 moved up one spot to number 11. It's actually been dropping. It went from number 5 to number 10. So we peaked at number 1 for 36 days, but we really need to stay stable on Apple Music. Apple Music Barbz, there are playlists below for you as well, and I need us to do better. On the Apple Music US chart, we have FTCU at number 39. At number 128, we have Everybody. 184, we got Bigfoot. Now, there's only 200 spots on this chart right here. Bigfoot has 16 spots to go down until it exits the chart. We need to help Bigfoot stay on this chart because Bigfoot is going to fall next week on the chart. And we don't want it to have a big fall. Now, for the last part of the analysis, thank y'all so much. If y'all still here, please like this video. Okay, I really appreciate it. But we have so much to talk about this week. Some streaming milestones. Hey Mama, Nicki Minaj, BB Rexa, David Guetta, and Afrojack have surpassed 800 million streams on Spotify, becoming Nicki's 6th song to reach this milestone. And Alone by Kim Petras and Nicki Minaj has reached 70 million streams on Spotify. Beep Beep has surpassed 20 million streams on Spotify, becoming the 9th song from Pink Friday 2 to reach this milestone. Endless Fashion with Lil Uzi and Nicki has surpassed 60 million streams on Spotify. Now, Nicki has surpassed 600 million streams on Spotify in total in 2024, okay? In total, out of her whole catalog, not just the album. And here's her most streamed songs in January 2024. 49.8 million FTCU, 30.7 million Everybody, 30.6 million Beauty and the Beat. Barbie World's still doing numbers at 21.9 million streams. Look at Super Bass and Starship still up there. Pink Friday Girls. Look, this is why Pink Friday Girls is important. It's going to become a single because it is streaming high. Needle, 15.9 million. Side to Side, 14.2 million. Okay, lit. Nicki was the number 2 best-selling female rapper by total album units in the US of 2023. I need her to be number 1 this year. We can't be number 2. So that's why everybody needs to continue streaming albums. We need album sales, okay? Now for certifications, child, Ice Spice with Nicki, Princess Diana is now certified silver in the UK. Now for selling 200,000 units. Hot Girl Summer, speaking of the devil, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Ty Dolla $ign has been certified 2 times platinum in Canada for selling over 80,000 units. Where y'all at, Canadian Barbz? Who be streaming Hot Girl Summer? Beauty and the Beat has been certified 7 times platinum in Australia. Shout out to all of the Aussie Barbz. And Nicki was the most streamed female rapper on Spotify in 2024. Let's keep her at number 1, but we need y'all to stay on the playlist to do that. Okay, this is the last time I'm gonna say it. Make sure y'all go do it, and make sure y'all go watch my last video on Forbes calling Meg's number 1 fraudulent. I did Bigfoot analysis as well as his. Let's see what numbers are real and what numbers is not. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But thank y'all so much for getting to the end. If y'all did, type week 8 because it's week 8 of the album being out, and I really appreciate you guys so much for liking the video and telling me how you feel. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'm here to help, and I will see you in the next one.